The International Day for the Eradication of Poverty is observed on October 17 every year to promote people's awareness on the need for its global eradication, particularly in developing countries. Poverty is a complicated, multifaceted problem that affects access to healthcare, education, and social inclusion, extending beyond a lack of income.
Poverty has been in existence for a very long time. It's not what government can come one day and say they want to eradicate it. No.
Things have to change in this country. Like, people are really suffering. People are really suffering a lot.
This year's theme, Decent Work and Social Protection, Putting Dignity in Practice for All, calls for universal access to decent work and social protection as a means to uphold human dignity and to emphasize that decent work must empower people, provide fair wages and safe working conditions, and fundamentally recognize the inherent value and humanity of all workers. Speaking on the significance of the day, respondents say eradicating poverty requires economic growth and well-designed social protection policies to improve and sustain people's standard of living.
Workers today that believe that the wages they are earning is not a living wage. You know, especially in our country, we talk of minimum wage, but people are also talking about living wage. So if you look at it now, some people they say that especially since the advent of the removal of subsidy, most workers have been complaining. Kudos to Ondo State government that also provides some palliative in terms of transportation palliative to workers to convene them from place to place. So in an environment where we don't have such intervention, you discover that even people that are working can be deemed to be poor.
If government can help us to provide job opportunity, it will be well sound to the masses. That is what the masses, most especially the youth, they are listening to hear, that government will provide a job opportunity to them. But if they fail to provide a job opportunity, that poverty will never stop in Nigeria.
According to the Ondo State Commissioner for Economic Planning and Budget, Emmanuel Igbason, Ondo State is identified as the least state on the National Poverty Index, as the state government is introducing different policies to enhance the standard of living of the people.
Everything we've been doing since the inception of this administration is people-centric. People-centric in the nature, in the form that everything we do revolves around the welfare and economic well-being of our people. So it is not surprising that we came out tops as a state. For example, if you prioritize the payment of salaries as we did in the first term, there's a ripple effect that is created because the civil servants in the state are the highest spenders. Are knowing fully well that more than 60% of all the total money that comes from those states goes to that sector. Thereby, when you empower this sector of people, the trickle-down effect trickles down to artisans, to commerce, to trade, even to estate, and various aspects of the economy is touched.
We know government alone cannot do it. Even most of our programs are sponsored by foreign agencies. That is why we can afford to give out all this equipment we are giving out to all these people. Like the barbers, we give them generators and barbing equipment. All we can do is, we know that government cannot do this alone, but if God has been good to you, your widow's mite will help in sponsoring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 children. How much will it cost? Not much.
However, the 2023 commemoration of the International Day for the Eradication of Poverty worldwide should be deeply significant for Nigeria, as over 133 million people are multidimensionally poor, according to the data from the National Bureau of Statistics, with over 7 million more, according to the World Bank, expected to join the number this year. Pius, OSRC News.